Yeah, my people, na good morning. I beg, I want you to do this one quickly. If you watch me, if you know me, I know you quickly talk about religion, for my word like that. Because I feel that everybody has, they're entitled to the interpretation of the Bible, the way they deem fit. But when people begin, they try to lure other people astray by their interpretation of the Bible or of the Holy Book, whether it's of the Muslim or of the Christian, it becomes worrisome to some of us. You know, just like we always dey fight against the Muslims, say they misinterpret the Holy Quran to kill people because they say people get is blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad. You understand now? Those interpretations are done by imams and the sheikhs and the Muslim scholars who just decided to interpret the Quran in their own way. The same way some of our so-called pastors, sorry to use that, are interpreting, the Holy Scripture wrongly. Okay. Now I just read something now from this Abe Damina or I don't know his name, who says that the sin of Adam did not affect the entire world. Sometimes I don't even understand how our preachers just decide to just want to feel that they know more than everything. Let me say something, guys. First and foremost, the real scriptures, the real scriptures of the Bible are the books of the Old Testament and Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and the Act of the Apostles. Now, from the book of Romans, they are all and episodes. Now, the word episode here means the interpretations of the Old Testament and the first books or the first 5 books that makes up the life of Jesus and the life of the apostles, which are more historical than interpretations. Now, from the book of Romans down are interpretations of men who were part of the apostles that followed Jesus. Listen, there are things we as Christians need to get right. These interpretations are main interpretations, except the book of Revelation, which was a revealing of the end time by God to one of those who were also part of the apostles, known as Apostle John, the beloved. As we speak today, this Ebe Damina, who is also an apostle, if it was in the days, some of his interpretations today would have also been in the Holy Book. Are you guys aware that the time that King James put off the scriptures into a book called the Holy Bible, there were many of what was written then that was excluded from the Bible because they do not or they did not meet up with the standard and the dictates of what God looks like. We have the book of Thomas, we have the book of Enoch, and many other books written by Solomon, and many other read the book of Barnabas. These books did not actually go in pari pursuit with what God looks like. So those books were exempted from the scripture. You can get this from the Ethiopian Bible. The likes of Ebedamina today is actually creating more havoc to the scriptures, to the Christendom, deceiving people with some of his preachings that sometimes does not even make so much sense. All in a bid to get followers and get church members who is now watering deep down the true meaning of Christianity. How can anybody say that the sin of Adam does not affect the entire world? Why did Christ come in the first place? The Apostle Paul that is quoting, who wrote the Romans and the First and Second Corinthians, said, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." For all underlined. The same Apostle Paul said, "The righteousness of man is like a filthy rag before God." Why sometimes do some of these apostles want to deceive everyone to believe that they know more than even the God whom they serve? Like I say in one of the scriptures, is more gifted than God. I beg, African preachers, when they make this church, they tell many of us with the way and manner you people deceive people. How did sin come into the world in the first place? How did sin enter this world? That the world today is still passing through. How did sin enter the world? That should be your first point of call before deceiving people. Who brought sin into the world? Did God create sin while he was creating man? Was it God that brought sin into existence? What brought sin into existence actually is the one that is still in operation till tomorrow. Jesus came, he said, "I have not come to destroy the lost, but I have come to save." Now, the word coming to save is that there are people that were already in damnation. There were people that's already in captivity. There are people that are already in one bondage or the other that they had come to bring out from whatsoever they've placed themselves into. How did they get there? Who gave them that knowledge that there is sin? Who made it to understand there is righteousness and there is sin? Was that the opinion of God? In Genesis chapter 1, chapter 2, before chapter 3, that man fell? How beautiful was the Garden of Eden before the fall of man? Look at the book of Genesis chapter 1, chapter 3, read from verse 1 down. When God came, it was in the cool of the evening, God will come down and have fellowship with man. Does God have fellowship with a nature that is sinful? Sometimes I know they understand how people will just sit down and they want to sit under such a man and listen to him. You deceive people with your message. Or because you just want to be different. You want to create a new doctrine. Truly, my brother, I don't tire. So for some of these so-called pastors that we have today. That's why they do everything, anything to make money. There was a time that this same man was preaching prosperity message. I watched a video of this man preaching prosperity message some time ago. The entire money he took at that time, which is tithe and offering that he's not preaching against today, has he returned the tithe and offering back to the people who paid to him? The prosperity message that he preached that not made it to be who he is today, has he returned back those money back to the people that hold the money? No, come and deceive us every day. I'm a Christian. But sometimes the way and manner our pastor, particularly in Africa, preaches the gospel, that's not how the gospel is to be preached. People contradict yourself every day. You contradict yourself on daily basis for no just cause. All because you want to be more better than the other one. Was that what the apostles were doing? I beg. Mona carry on a wala come off from my face, I beg.